Today our group Jain of class 11 science is going to explain physics topic vectors. In vectors today I am going to explain addition of two vectors. Let us come on the board and see it. If we take two vectors, let us say vector A and vector B. As you can see, if we take two vectors, vector A and vector B, and join the head of vector A with the tail of vector B. So make it here like this. If we join head of a vector A with tail of the vector B, it will look like something like this. Now it will incline within some angle. This angle is called theta. And if we join the tail of the vector A with the head of the vector B, this vector is said to be resultant vector or the addition sum of vector two vectors, that is vector A and vector B. It is equal to A vector plus B. This vector sum is not similar to the ordinary sum. If we take two scalar quantities, let's say an example like 3 seconds plus 2 seconds, you will say it will be 5 seconds. But if we will take two vector quantities like 5 Newton plus 3 Newton, it will not equal to 8 Newton because these quantities are vector quantities. It depends on theta, what it makes. With both the vector makes angle theta, it totally depends on that. So we will discuss analytical method how to find out it later. So let us move on other side. Then now I want to explain about that r theta is inversely proportional to resultant. If we increase the theta, then the value of resultant decreases. Let us say how. Let us say how. If I take similar A vector and now I increases the vector theta like this. You have seen that this is theta, this is theta. Now check that how is in first figure and in second figure. See the resultant. In this, the resultant, the magnitude of resultant is bigger. In this, the magnitude of resultant is smaller. So we can say that our resultant vector is directly proportional to theta. We can say that. Okay. Now this is basically the topic that I have explained. This is called triangular method of vector addition. Triangular method of vector addition. I hope you have understood this. And now let us move the second method, which is called parallelogram method of vector addition. It is similar to this. In that topic, our triangular method is hidden in the parallelogram method. Let us move on the next topic. Our next topic is second, parallelogram method of vector addition. In this, we will take two vectors similar that I have taken before, but in this we will not attach the head and tail. We will take a vector A. Firstly, we will take a vector A and attach second vector with the tail of the vector A, that is B vector. We will take this. In this, what I have done, I have taken a vector A and a vector B and attached both the tail of the vector with the tail of it, which are co-initial. We can say that it is a co-initial vector type. Okay. Now the second step, first step we have done what? Step 1, we have done attach the tail of both vector A vector B. Okay. Second step that I am going to do is step 2. Step 2. Now complete the parallelogram. Means make a side parallel to A and make a side parallel to B. Like this. And what I said, complete the second step will be complete the parallelogram such that A vector is parallel to, I will name this ABC AD, and our B vector is parallel to CD. Okay, so I think it is clear now. The diagonal of this parallelogram will represent the vector sum of vector A and B. So it will represent something like this. This is what? This is our resultant vector. Resultant. What is this? Resultant vector. It will be equal to A vector plus B vector. Similar to triangle method that I have told previously. But in this, you have to follow these steps firstly, then it will be easier. The third step that I have told is, that I have told you about is the diagonal of parallelogram ABCD will represent what? Resultant vector. What? Resultant vector. Okay. Means vector equals to A vector plus B vector. I hope this is very interesting. Yes. Okay. Now, what I have told, that in this method, our triangular method is hidden. Let us say how. You will ask how. See this. As we know, in parallelogram, our opposite sides are parallel and equal. So similarly, our side AB will equal to CD because it is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. So this side will be AB and this side will be what? A vector means BC. So what I have told you firstly, that when we attach head of any vector with a tail, it represents triangular method. So it is similar. See, in this it is also like this and it is also like this. So tail with head and this resultant vector. So this triangle BCD is hidden. Means you can say that triangular BCD is a hidden triangle method. Triangle method of vector addition. Okay, you can say. Okay. Now, this is basically our parallelogram method. And I want to tell you one thing more. And this is theta. That in the previous what I have told, this is theta. If we parallel shift this vector, we can do parallel shifting of vector, it will be equal. So this theta will be like this. So these, if I draw this, so these are corresponding angles as we know. So these are equal. So we can say that. Okay, we can say that. I want to tell you one thing more about this. That these methods that I have told, triangle method and parallelogram method, these are constructive methods. In this, you have to use, firstly you have to make the magnitude by scale, you have to make angle by protractor. But in exam you will not do such a big method. There is one more method with a formula method which is known as analytical method, which I have discussed previous in the starting of the video. So now I will tell you the analytical method by which you can easily, if you have theta and you have magnitude of A and B, you can simply find out the magnitude of resultant vector and the direction of the resultant vector. It is very easy. Now let us move to that method. I think you have understand this. So I am going to move to the last method, which is said to be formula method. In this we will use a formula to find out the magnitude of resultant vector. So this is called our third method, which is analytical method of vector addition. So see how we will solve this. Firstly, we will do the same what we have done in parallelogram. So let us firstly draw a parallelogram that we have done before. This is our A. This is the A vector. This is the B vector. Complete the parallelogram. Complete the parallelogram. Follow those steps that I have told. Firstly, attach both the tail, then complete the parallelogram. Second step is complete the parallelogram. So I have completed the parallelogram. And what is the third step? Third step is to make the resultant. Means join the diagonal. Resultant. Now, in this method, we will do one thing, that we will do a construction. Firstly, we will extend this, and from this point we will drop a perpendicular. As we know, this angle is theta because this is also theta, corresponding theta. Name the sides. We have given A as a vector, so it will be confusion. Take it P, Q, R, S. I will draw a small diagram because I have to solve. If there is no space, first we draw a very small diagram. This is our vector, A vector. This is also theta. P, Q, R, S. Okay. This is a small I have made because there is no space in my board. Let us so firstly we will take our given values, what we have given. We have to use in this formula. Firstly, what is PR? PR represents magnitude. Length. Length is what? Magnitude. PR is given as A. We will not use vector because we are taking magnitude, not direction. Vector means magnitude and direction. In this, PR represent length, so it is magnitude. Okay, it is understandable. And this has okay. And our OP means this side. This side. This side is equal to this side. How? I have told previously that in parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel. So I will write PO equals to RQ. RQ means RQ equals to B vector. Yes, it is understood. Means RQ equals to B. Simple. Simply B. Simply B. Now I will take the side this and this. How? SQ equal to, as I have taken this angle, so firstly I will take cos theta. So cos theta equals to what? Perpendicular, base upon my hypotenuse. Okay. Our base is RS and hypotenuse is RQ. We have to find out RS. So RS will equal to cos theta and RQ is B. So it will be equal to B cos theta. Okay. Now let us move to QS. So similarly we will take out QS by taking sin theta. sin theta equals to QS upon में R cube means perpendicular upon में hypotenuse. So it will be equal to QS will equal to directly equal to what? B sin theta. B sin theta. Now, as it is perpendicular, we have constructed a perpendicular. Then we will take what? We will take by using Pythagoras theorem. We will apply that. And I have told that this is resultant vector. Resultant. Yes, we can write in given that PQ equal to R. Let us move. I will write these values in a small. Right. That QS equal to B sin theta and RS equal to B cos theta. Yes. Now let us move. In triangle PQS by Pythagoras theorem. By applying Pythagoras theorem, what we will get? We will get R square, because PQ represent what? PQ represent resultant, so it will equal to R square. A square equal what we know, the hypotenuse square is equal to sum of these two square. Base is perpendicular, so hypotenuse is R square. Base is PS, so PS का square. Yes, PS का square. Now QS perpendicular का square, so QS. R square will be R square. Now PS can be written as PR plus RS. We can write that PR plus RS whole square, and QS can be represented. I have written the value of QS here. QS is B sin theta. B sin theta. So PR is A, so it will A, and RS is B cos theta, so it will be B cos theta whole square plus B square sin square theta. Okay, this is understandable. It will be A square plus B square cos square theta plus 2AB cos theta, 2AB cos theta plus B square sin square theta, B square sin square theta. Yes, B square sin square theta. Now I will do it here. Now R square will equal to, we will take B square in common, so what we will get? A square plus B square sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2AB cos theta. And we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So we will put value 1. Then what we will get? A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. 2AB cos theta. Then we will apply root here. The value of R will be what? A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. By applying this formula, we can find out the magnitude of resultant. Magnitude. R represent magnitude of resultant. As vector represent, I am repeating so many times, as vector represent what? Magnitude and direction. By this formula we can only find out that magnitude. How? As we have done in before two methods, those methods are totally constructive. We have to use scale, protector, all these things. But in this, we will given all the values. We have to apply on this formula. We can simply find out. So this is our form. Now second part, the second thing what will come in mind will be direction of this vector, because this is a vector quantity and without direction we cannot do anything. So we have to find out this direction. So how to find out the direction? Let us move on. Let us see how to find out the direction of resultant. I will not erase these values because these values is very important to find out. See, the direction will be alpha, tan alpha from vector A. So what we have to find out? We have to find out this value of alpha, and how can we find out? By applying tan alpha. So it will be equal to QS by PS. QS by PS. So the angle which will be such angle from vector A. Let us say example, the angle is 30 degree. The value of alpha is 30 degree. Then we will say that the resultant vector is 30 degree from the vector A. This is so important. We will say that 30 degree from vector A. Yes? Now represent it. Alpha value. Tan alpha will equal to perpendicular upon base QS upon PS. QS I have written B sin theta. PS can be written as PR plus RS. Then it will be equal to B sin theta. PR is A because it represents only and only magnitude, not vector. I am repeating again, only and only vector, not magnitude, or not vector, only and only magnitude. Okay. And RS represent B cos theta. So by applying this, we can find out the value of theta or the value of the direction of resultant vector. Okay, or we can write this alpha is equals to tan inverse B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta. This will be, we have derived both the things. Firstly, what we have derived? We have derived the formula of resultant. How to find out the magnitude of resultant vector? Like this. A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. From this formula, we will find out the magnitude of resultant vector, but we have to also find out the direction. So from this formula, we will find out the direction. Sin inverse B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta. These both the formulas are very important because in all the questions we will use this. So these are the three methods. Now I am going to explain some cases related to these methods that will be used. So let us see what are these cases. Let us see what are these cases. The next topic that I am going to explain is some cases. Related to addition. Okay. The first case that I am going to take, case first. When two vectors are parallel, to each other, then it is very clear and equal also. Equal and parallel, then that theta is 0 degree. It can be equal or not, but the main thing is it should be parallel. Okay. Then our resultant vector will be equal to C. Then our resultant vector will be equal to. Let us apply the formula. Resultant vector. It is resultant magnitude A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 0 degree. And cos 0 degree is what? 1. So it will represent root A square plus B square plus 2AB, and it will be directly equal to root A plus B का whole square we can say that it will cut both root and square, it will be equal to. So we can, in this case we can say that, not in every case, but in this case only we can say that when two, we can directly use this in question, when two vector are parallel, then their resultant, their addition vector will equal to their normal addition. This is what? This is normal addition. In starting I have told that the both are different, but in this case we can use that. It is equal to normal addition. Now, second case. Second case is what? Second case. When two vectors are parallel. Okay. If these are parallel, means perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. If these are perpendicular to each other, then the theta will be what? 90 degree. Then our resultant vector will equal to, what? Sorry. Our resultant will equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 90 degree. The cos 90 degree is what? 0. Cos 90 degree is 0. So it will be equal to a square plus b square. Because 0 and 0 will be all 0. So a square plus b square plus 0 will represent root a square plus b square. So when two vectors are parallel, means perpendicular, when two vectors are perpendicular, then the formula to take out the resultant, magnitude of resultant will be root a square plus b square. From this we can easily find out our resultant when two vectors are perpendicular. Let us move forward then. Now the third case and the last case of today's class, today's topic. Case 3. When both the vectors are opposite. When two vectors are opposite, like one vector is going in east direction and one is going in west direction. Then the theta will be what? Theta will be 180 degree. Simply we know that theta will be 180 degree. Now we will simply apply that formula only. Then what will be? Resultant, magnitude of resultant is root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 180 degree. And as we know, the value of cos 180 degree is -1. So what it will be given? It will give us that a square plus b square minus 2ab. -1 and plus minus, so minus. So it will be equal to a plus b whole square. It will cut the root and square. It will be directly equal to So when two vectors are opposite, let us say I will give one example that force is applied, 5 Newton force is applied in east direction and 4 Newton force is applied in west direction. So we can say that 5 Newton east, 5 Newton, force 5 Newton will equal to will be minus of 4 Newton, because it will be moved. When it will be moved, it is the minus, it is in minus direction, ना? It is in minus direction and it is in positive direction. So अगर हम इसको इसी डायरेक्शन में ले आएंगे तो ये माइनस में होगा ना, इसलिए हमने यहाँ माइनस लगाया है और ये हमारा हो जाएगा वर्ग मीटर. The direction I have told, by using theta we can only find out by it. So these are the things, these are the whole things that I want to explain in this video. Thank you for watching.